In this video, I'm gonna share 3 super creative ways to use Facebook and Instagram ads that I don't see anyone else using right now. There are so many Facebook and Instagram ad strategies that you can use, but if you go on YouTube, people are talking about the same 10 strategies over and over and over again. And there's so many other ones that people aren't even talking about. So let's just get right into it. I'm gonna break the whiteboard out and get into it. If we haven't met yet, my name's Steven. I'm the co-founder of Rich From Anywhere. We're a marketing mentorship. We teach business owners how to run ads so they don't need agency. But we don't just look at Facebook ads like just an ads platform. I look at Facebook ads like a playground that has all these different tools and toys that we can use and put together really creative ways to use the platform. The first strategy that I want to share with you guys is what I call customer hijacking. Now, this is a really, really powerful strategy for local-based businesses, okay? So think about this. You're a business and you have a lot of competition. And those competitors have customers. And those customers are also your ideal customers too, because you guys are selling the same thing. So what if there is a way that we could actually hijack those customers and steal them ethically from your competitors and bring them over here, right? Well, there is a way. I'm going to show you right now on the whiteboard. All right, so I want you to imagine that this right here is your competitor. So what you do is you go to Google and you look up their address, right? And you see the address of your actual competitor's brick and mortar store, okay? And you're gonna plug that address into Facebook in your targeting. And you can go down to as little as a mile around that address. So what this allows you to do is target people who are currently in that radius or have been in that radius in the past 30 days or so, which is very, very powerful. The problem with that though is your competitor's brick and mortar store is not a mile long. So if you target a mile around just the facility itself, you're gonna actually target a lot of people who weren't at the actual competitor's store, they were just in that surrounding area. So what you wanna do is target only the people who are at your competitor's actual location. And the way that we do that is by creating some exclusions. So inside of Facebook, not only can you target certain areas to include in your targeting, but you can also create exclusions. So what you do is you start creating exclusions all around this particular location, just like this. And you're just leaving just the actual physical location itself. And so what you're doing now is you're only targeting this very, very, very specific brick and mortar store. And you're excluding all of these areas over here to make sure that the targeting is super, super narrow, right? So here's where it gets super powerful though, guys. So if you're a local business, you probably don't just have one competitor. You probably have many competitors. So what you do is you find all the addresses of all your competitors and you essentially run the same exact play for every single one of them. So this would be your second competitor. You find a third competitor and you do the same thing for that competitor. And then you find all your competitors and you do the same thing for every single competitor, just like that, right? So now essentially what you're doing is you're finding every single one of your competitors, plugging in their addresses and creating very, very tight targeting around those areas. And now you're targeting just people who have been at those locations currently or in the past 30 days. But the strategy does not stop there because a lot of people will see your ads, but a lot of them will forget, right? So what you want to do is you want to group all of these people who have seen your video or seen your ad or engaged with your page whatsoever. And you then want to retarget those people with your own video. And then you're going to take that video and you're going to link some kind of an offer to it. And then you're going to take people to an offer. So this is an amazing strategy for you guys to go off and find customers who are literally already searching or using the services and products that you provide. And your competitors won't even know that it's happening. And then the customers won't know that what you're doing either. All they're going to know is that, hey, I'm at this location that I get this service from. And now all of a sudden I'm seeing this competitor here. And now it gives them some options, right? And so options are good, right? And again, this is not anything unethical because at the end of the day, the customer still has to decide who's the better competitor. But what you're doing with this is you're putting your name in the hat. Because like we always say, it's not the best who wins, it's the best known who wins. So it doesn't matter how good of a business you have if nobody knows who you are. The second strategy that I want to share with you guys is called intelligent lead generation. This one is super powerful for training your Facebook ads to go after the highest quality clients, right? Now, a lot of people use Facebook ads and Instagram ads for lead generation, and that's an amazing way to do it. You should do that. But let me show you how most people do it and why that's the wrong way. So they'll have a video on Facebook, and then they'll take them to a landing page. And on that landing page, you will have like a form that people will fill out. And then when they fill the form out, they take them to a thank you page, right? So that's a very, very basic way to run lead generation. And then what they do is, and by the way, most people don't even do this, but what you'll do is they'll put the Facebook pixel on the thank you page. Now, by the way, if you don't know what a Facebook pixel is, go check our channel out. We have tons of different videos on that, explaining that in great detail. But basically, the pixel is a way for you to track behavior on your website and your landing page. And it also is the thing that we use to train the algorithm, to train our Facebook ads on what to do. Okay. So what happens is if you're running a lead generation campaign, and let's just say this is Facebook over here. So what happens is you run the ad, they go to the landing page, they opt in, and then they become a lead. Every time you get a lead, it sends a signal back to Facebook like this, sends a signal back to Facebook saying, hey, we just got a lead. Do more of that. Give me more of this. But the problem with that is a lot of times those leads are not the actual types of leads that you want. So you're training the algorithm to find you leads that you don't even want. It's kind of like having an employee that every single time they did anything, no matter if it was good or bad, you rewarded them. That wouldn't make any sense. The employee wouldn't know whether they're doing a good job or not, so they wouldn't know what to correct or not, and it would just be a big hot mess, right? And that's exactly what most people's Facebook ads are. They're a big hot mess because they do it the wrong way. Now, let me show you guys the next level way to do it, and this is called intelligent lead generation. So we still run the ads on Facebook and Instagram, just like this. And we still take people to an opt-in page and ask them questions. But the difference here is that we don't just ask for basic information like name, email, phone number. We ask qualifying questions as well. So a qualifying question is basically anything that you would determine whether a lead is qualified or not. It could be an income related question. It could be a lot of different things, right? Whatever is specific to your business. And again, that's why consulting is so important. So you have somebody helping you figure out what these qualifying questions are and what the right ones are for your business. But essentially, you have these qualifying questions that are designed to filter out people who are not qualified, right? So if they answer the question the correct way, then what we do is we take them to a qualified confirmation page. If they don't answer the questions the right way, then we take them to a not qualified page. Now, here's what makes this an intelligent lead generation system, because what we do is we only put the Facebook pixel on the qualified confirmation page. So now when we're running ads and we're getting people to see our video, they're coming to the landing page, and let's just say they answer the question the right way, the way that we want them to, we're taking them to a qualified confirmation page right here. And then the meta pixel is sitting there and it's collecting that information and it's sending a signal back to Facebook saying, hey, we just got a lead. Now, on the other hand, if you have people coming to your funnel and they're answering questions the wrong way, which would deem them to be a non-qualified lead, they're coming down this route right here. And notice there is no pixel on this confirmation page. So what we're doing is we're only sending a signal back to Facebook when we get a qualified lead. And what this does is it trains the algorithm to know exactly what type of person that you're actually looking for. So it knows what type of person that is, and now it can go out and find more of those people. And if you guys know anything about Facebook, Facebook knows everything about everybody. It has 52,000 data points on every single profile. So trust me, when I say it can go out and find more people like that, it will know how to find more people like that. But if you don't and you keep running the same old lead generation systems, then you're sending Facebook mixed signals. You're saying, hey, I want you to get leads, but it doesn't matter if it's a good lead or a bad lead. Just give me any kind of lead, right? That's the old way of doing it. Don't do it that way anymore. Do it like this. So let's get into the third strategy. This one right here is going to make you guys so much money. I'm excited for you. By the way, if you guys are getting value from this, drop a comment below, hit the like button, all that good stuff, subscribe. We're dropping videos like this every single week. All right, so the third strategy I love to use is what we call the super customer method. So let me just break down this basic marketing funnel so this can make sense for you guys. This is the basic marketing funnel, and this all businesses run off the same exact thing, right? At first, you have people up here at the top of the funnel that don't know you, don't like you, don't trust you. And then they start to get to know you and they start to consider you like, And then at the bottom, they're like, yay, I love you, right? I'm a customer. So this is basically how any marketing funnel works, no matter what the industry is, as long as you're selling to human beings on earth, this is basically how it works. Up here at the top, you have the awareness stage, and then you have the consideration phase, and then you have the conversion phase. This is where people actually become customers, right? So this is what most people know as the marketing funnel, but it doesn't just stop right there. What happens is this keeps going. And down here at the very, very bottom, this is really where all the money is made, right here. And this is what we call super customers. So this strategy alone right here will separate you from everyone else because no one else is doing this, okay? Most people, they run ads for these stages right here, right? They make sure that they have enough awareness. They make sure that they retarget people, and they make sure that they convert people into customers. But then once they become a customer, it's like all marketing stops. But that is where the marketing should really begin, because it has been proven that the people who are most likely to buy products from you are people who have already bought products from you, right? There's something in psychology called confirmation bias. And essentially it just says that people will buy more of your stuff to prove that they were right about buying the first round of stuff that they bought. And so what you do is, as soon as you have customers sign up for your program, you group those people into an audience and you start targeting that specific audience with a whole new set of videos and different types of ads. Now, these ads can be used for so many different types of ways. One way that you can use this is by actually targeting all of your customers with mindset videos that help them become the person who can actually become successful at your program. Training them to have the type of mindset and do the type of things that they need to do in order to excel at your program. The more they consume themselves with your content and your ideologies, the more action they're gonna take. The more action they take, the more results they get. And those results, they're gonna attribute those results to your program. And this is how you create super fans, super customers. And then you create this amazing amount of brand loyalty. And the really cool thing about these ads is they are super inexpensive. You can literally run like $2 a day ads and hit all of your customers because it doesn't take a lot of money. It's not millions of people. It's probably hundreds or maybe thousands of people, but you don't need a big budget in order to hit all those people. Now, you just retarget those people with different types of things. You can also retarget them with different products, different services. There's all different types of ways that you can run this play. Also, if you're worried about people seeing your ads too much and like them getting annoyed, you can actually set that inside of Facebook. You can set it so that people only see your ads so many times in a certain time frame. For instance, you can set it where, I want people only to see this ad one time every 7 days. One time every 7 days is literally nothing. I mean, you think about it, if you're sitting on the couch watching Hulu with your family, like you might see the same ad 5 times in one night, right? So trust me, people are used to getting bombarded with ads. If they see your ad once or twice every 7 days, that is not too much. It's not overkill. If anything, it's just making them see you more, and it's just increasing that brand loyalty, like I said, guys. So ultimately, you don't want to just run ads to make leads turn into customers. You also want to run ads to make customers turn into super customers, because the super customers, that is your community that is going to build a legacy for you. These are just 3 strategies that I wanted to share with you guys, but we have tons of these in the vault that we use for ourselves and for our clients all the time. These are the types of things that we share with our private community. If you guys are interested in joining that, there's a link in the description. You can apply. But either way, hopefully this video has got your wheels turning on some different ways that you can start marketing yourself and standing out from the crowd, right? Because if you don't stand out, you're not going to break through. So go break through.